Go slow. So I just texted my husband and he called the cops right away and told them what was going on. And I didn't really know what to do in the situation because so I put cinnamon and sugar and nutmeg on there. Good morning, everybody. I am just hanging out with Xavier and I'm making roasted pumpkin. I just cut up a bunch of stuff. Here's like the tops of them. I got all of the pumpkin seeds in here, which I need to separate. The recipe looks like this, so hopefully it comes out good. Except I didn't do a cookie sheet. I have them in the oven like this. There we go. So I put cinnamon and sugar and nutmeg on there, and I'm hoping that it comes out pretty good. Tom made roasted pumpkin, like maybe it was the week before last, and I had the seeds but didn't actually try the roasted pumpkin itself, so this time I'll give it a try and see if I like it. Usually anything that's got sugar on it I'm probably gonna like. Finished up the pumpkin here. It looks pretty good. Soft. Hopefully Tom likes it. So there's a lot of doing dishes going on as I keep making things and cleaning up, but got the pumpkin done as you saw, and over here I've got all the pumpkin seeds sort of drying. I was looking on Pinterest and they all talk about boiling them, but I never did that before. I just dry them out for the most part, get a lot of the water off them, and then put olive oil and then salt and then just roast them. Yep, I'm getting dishes done, getting things done. So we'll have those to eat for later. Tom and I are going to watch a movie while Xavier's at Nana and Gramps. So those will be awesome to munch on. So yeah, making progress in my day. We came outside because Xavier's done eating. I'm like, wait here a second because I have to put Niles downstairs so he doesn't get out. And I'm just coming up and he runs and he's like, oh mommy, it's a crab. And I'm like, what? Crab. So he found, I want to say, mouse giblets on the deck. Some organs, I'm sure. And he thought it was a crab for some reason. I guess it sort of looked like a pile of a hermit crab or something. So that was gross. So I just checked to make sure there's nothing else up here that Francois left last night. But it's good, we just got lots of leaves. Uh-oh, so many leaves, and what are you doing? You want me to sweep, don't you? Xavier likes when mommy sweeps. You want me to sweep the leaves for you? And make a pile of leaves? Alright, we'll make a pile of leaves, how about? Alright. We'll make a pile. Is that a big wind?
That's a big wind.
Yeah, it's a windy day today. Look at the tree up there. It's already like looking pretty bare. All right, mister. You're just like your mom. You're just so impatient. Except I've learned a lot more patience since I had you. Did you know that? Where's your patience, buddy? Where's your patience? You don't have any, huh? These little birds just come and land and they don't even care that I'm standing right here. They're just like, whatever. The chickadees especially, they just don't give a crap. You see? I'm standing like right here. He's like back and forth. That was a nuthatch. There we go. Chickadees eating. They don't even care that Xavier's making a ton of noise. Whoa, there they come. Look at them all. Everywhere. They're like flying all around the yard in all these different directions. What are you gonna do with those leaves? Don't make a mess. You gonna throw them over the edge? What are you doing? What are you doing? Go slow. 1, 2, whoa. Good job, buddy. Here, give me 5. You're the worst. He always leaves you hanging. Did you throw all those leaves falling? Look at all those leaves falling.
Go up and down.
Yeah.
One blue
You want a
one.
blue one? Alright, I have to get Xavier a blue one. Alright, we're sitting with our blanket, right? And what do we have? A blue one? That's what we call them. It's chocolate. We have a yellow one and a blue one. They're different flavors, so he's always like, yellow one or blue one, and he wants to sit on the couch where we share it. Huh, buddy? We're gonna share? Can you say share the blue one, please?
And this then it's in the pepper.
Yeah.
It's in the pepper.
Yeah, you're gonna eat the paper? We're gonna take the paper off, okay?
Pepper off.
Yep. There we go, and then we split it in half, and we each have a half.
And half.
It's good. Yummy. So yeah, the craziest thing happened to me today while Xavier was napping.
Good.
I looked out my window and I noticed an older black woman that was walking up and down the driveway, more like pacing, like maybe every 10 feet or so. And she was kind of doing like a slow older person shuffle walk. And she was shaking her hands kind of like this, like both hands, which I can't do because I'm holding the camera. And once in a while she would stop and like raise her arms to the sky and sort of like that typical hallelujah, like praying sort of posture, pose or whatever. I mean, that's what it looked like to me, like when people raise their hands up to the sky to pray to the Lord. But I didn't really hear her say anything. She wasn't being loud. If she was talking, it was just too far away for me to hear. So for a minute I watched it because I wasn't sure if she was visiting our neighbors, because like it's kind of like a shared driveway situation. But it became clear pretty quickly that this was an older woman that was probably having mental issues. So I just texted my husband, and he called the cops right away and told them what was going on. And I didn't really know what to do in the situation, because I didn't want her to go back into the road, because the road that we are on is pretty busy, and even I wouldn't walk down it. But Xavier was sleeping, and I just felt like I just couldn't run out of the house not knowing what the situation was going to be like, because I couldn't stay with her. Because obviously I need to watch Xavier, and I didn't know how she would receive me, because she did not seem to even acknowledge that there was houses around her. She never once looked towards the house or bothered to come up the rest of my driveway. She just kept going back and forth in like these, 10-foot distances before turning around and just doing the same repetitive gesture over and over again. So I just kind of sat back and waited, hoping the cops would hurry up and get here, but unfortunately they took an hour, maybe a little over, and she had already gone back down our driveway, and I couldn't tell if she went left or right, just because the way the tree line works, like it blocks my view from my mailbox, and that worried me because I don't want her to get hit by a car, but I didn't know what to do. But finally the police officer showed up. It was weird because he was parked in the driveway, and it was like one of those unmarked cars, and I heard like a loud noise outside, and then I looked out the window and I saw him going back towards the car in his uniform, and I just thought it was weird he never came to the door. So I just shouted to him through the window, and he came over to talk to me and asked me some questions. So I explained the situation, and I asked him even like, what is the best thing to do in a situation like that, and told him, how I have the toddler and I didn't know what to do with her, and could I bring her back in the house to be near my toddler until like they came. I just didn't know what to do, but he told me I did the right thing. I don't know if he just says that to people so that they don't feel like idiots. I mean, I've been in situations before with people and animals where I've helped them out, but none of the cases where there any kind of mental illness or sickness or something like that. And in the past, I didn't have you know, the obligation of, you know, having to stay put to care for the toddler. So, you know, I'm still kind of worried about her. I don't know what the situation is, and I hope she's okay. The police officer said he was going to check the other direction because he hadn't seen her, and I'd never seen her before, so I just mentioned, you know, I probably shouldn't have mentioned it because I'm sure he knows how to do his job, but just mentioned maybe he could knock on some doors in the area and just see if maybe someone lost their grandma, because she didn't seem like she went that far. Like, she was kind of dressed in like house clothing. Like, she had like slip-on kind of like shoe slippers. Don't pull on that, please. And she had sort of like a loose fitting kind of pajama pant and like a long sleeved loose fitting shirt. So to me it looked like she wandered out of a house kind of thing. You want to watch Blippi Tractor? Alright, well that's pretty much the story. I don't know if they're going to contact us and tell us that they found her, or if they do anything like that, like if they follow up with people. That just kind of shook me up. It was just really strange. Yeah, I don't like feeling helpless like that, you know, like I don't want to be the kind of person that stands off to the side and does nothing when I see something that needs to be helped. Like if there's an injustice or bullying or someone just needs help, I want to be the kind of person that steps up and does something, which, I mean, I know I did by calling the police, but I just hope that was enough and that she's gonna be okay.
So I was just gonna vlog about how I'm making my, this doesn't look very appealing right now, does it? But trust me, it's gonna be good. It's my ginger slow cooker, like Asian chicken soup. It's really good. But Xavier just came home. So he's out here. Let's see if we can find him. Oh, it's chilly. Is Xavier out here? I see him. He's in the car. He's hiding. Xavier, I see your face. Hey, buddy.
He's going. He goes, let's play a game.
Hi, buddy. It's dark out.
I said, let's play a game. He goes, okay.
I like when he was driving the tractor around like a big boy.
It's time to come inside, buddy.
I said,
No.
dark. Don't be afraid.
Can you walk like a big boy? Careful.
You need him over for thunderstorms so he can tell you not to be afraid.
You know, I would have thought like, he just...
Are you a big man? Who's a big man?
He's a big dude.
Good job, buddy.
Who's a big man? Tell Nana, who's a big man?
He just throws his coat on the floor.
Hey, watch your face there, buddy. Don't smack your face. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Here he goes. I get down.
I love pumpkins, even though they're not slightly
I love
here. How about on the launch pad? Mommy can come read this with us. We'll all read on the launch pad.
Are you gonna read a book?
You know, I thought that rockets was going to be an old-timey thing, but now the SpaceX is crushing it. We're going to Mars on a big rocket.
Yeah.
Ready? 12 stars twinkle in the morning sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, Xavier, amazing job.
Amazing job.
You can count higher than Mommy now.
Daddy's doing table pose.
I don't know what they call it in regular yoga. That's what it's called in DDP yoga.
You haven't updated them on your DDP in a while.
No, it's been... Alright, here we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
Whoa, can you do that pose, buddy? Good job.
What do you think?
Oh, the daddy.
I'm gonna do this side. Ready?
This
Can
side.
you do it? Whoops, I'm falling over.
It's no time to play, Daddy. It's no time for car play.
He was like, didn't think he was going
Can you
over.
say good night to everyone?
Good night, everyone.
Good job. Can you say subscribe? Say subscribe to the blog.
To the frog.
The frog.
Nailed it.